Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena, playing Quick Draft Crimson Vow. The rare in our first pack is a stinker. No good at all. I mean, like, I don't know. If you're playing in some crazy format that is not Crimson Vow, where you can ramp up super high, then like, sure, 7 mana to take another turn is worth something. If you are some incredibly aggressive deck, you might find yourself in a position once per draft where, like, playing this for 3 gets you an extra turn that closes out the game. But in real life, that never happens. Restless Bloodseeker, you guys know I like black-white. It's fine. It is a fine, even a good card. But if you don't find the right synergies for it, it does pretty much nothing. I'm tempted to take Sigardian Paladin. The draft guide says it's the best card here, although not a lot better than Reckless Impulse. And I haven't gotten to play a lot of green-white. I think mostly this is because green-white is bad. Right? You kind of want something that involves vampires or werewolves, right? Those are the kind of two... I don't know. Red and black are the two strongest colors in this format. So if you can get something that's in one of them, that's kind of good. But I'll take the Sigardian Paladin. I'm pretty sure I have had a good green-white result in this set, but they're kind of rare. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to just take the Bloodseeker here. And see if I can wander into red-black or black-white. I don't know. I'll be a responsible player and take what is supposedly the best card in the set. Could have had 2 of them. But there's a ton of good cards in this pack. My goodness. A Braid, Bleed Dry, Fierce Retribution. Of the cards on offer here, I think Bleed Dry is the strongest. So it would be kind of nice if I'd taken the Bloodseeker, but I mean, a Braid is really good too. Yeah. All right. I mean, the thing is, what's Lefty playing? He's probably picked up the Reckless Impulse, right? And if I pass him in a Braid, he's going to be really happy to stay in red. Someone a couple packs down is going to be picking up both Bloodseekers, probably. And so I might have to be fighting with them. If I take the Bleed Dry. I could just take the Fierce Retribution. It's definitely a worse card, but it helps me stay in green-white, a color combo that looks likely to be uncontested, since there's all this great black and red going by. I don't know. This is... I said I was going to be responsible by taking this, and now I'm being irresponsible by taking the Fierce Retribution, but... You know, what can I say? Oh my god, there's a Hero's Downfall. Why didn't I just add another Abrade? Why don't I just pick the cards that I like and then get past sick cards in those colors instead of picking, like, the card that's supposed to be pretty good that I always lose with? I can't. This is... I mean, Lefty just took the Bleed Dry. Well, no. Lefty just took the Abrade after taking Reckless Impulse. I mean, obviously you can't count on the bots to do anything specific, but that's what I would have done if I were in Lefty's seat. I mean, we don't know what the first card they picked was, but they got... Yeah, actually, we don't know. I mean, they probably took the Abrade in the last pack. I could take an Abrade. But I'm just going to, like, super commit to this shitty plan, and then if it doesn't work out, it'll be the plan's fault, not mine. Parish Blade Trainee is so bad. Give me a Weaver of Blossoms. At least it's a good card in the color. It's actually, like, not as good as a Braid, but it's pretty good. This fucking Fellstinger. Oh, no. Just rub it in my face. Cloaked Cadet is pretty good for this deck, though. And no other decks. Rural Recruit? Is that what that is? No. Another Fierce Retribution's fine. Windblade Geist, actually, I mean, it's not a human. It's this expensive thing. You 2 mana for a 1/1, and then it dies, and you spend 3 more mana to enchant something, and then they just remove the thing, and the enchantment's gone. I'm just gonna take another Retribution. It's a training creature, a training human. Right. Ugh. Why did I do this to myself? This is a vampire, not a human. But it does cost 1 mana, so that's something it has going for it. Green-white decks want to be wide, and they want counters as well. For stuff like this. The Slinger is pretty good. Militia Rallier is okay. I mean, it's a 3 mana 3/3, and it shouldn't need to attack alone very often. I think that's the way to go. Adamant Will is fine. Good, even. Trainee is okay. I really don't want to survey. I mean, Trainee is a bad card, but we're, like, for some reason building this deck, so here we are. Taking the cards that fit in it. Oh, good. A blue-green land. Just what I was looking for. Here's like a werewolf card. I think I'm supposed to take a Weaver of Blossoms? I don't know. Like, I guess I'm just too tired to be drafting because I'm, like, not doing what you're supposed to do and take the best card. The first pack, I took the best card against my better judgment, and then after that, I was like, oh, I'll just stick with what I did, even though that's the worst thing to do. I tricked myself into thinking, oh, here's what Lefty will do with the pack I just passed him. Let's try to get in the color that he's not taking. This is pack 2. This is when we're supposed to get rewarded for taking all the green-white cards. Nobody will want them. Just like nobody always wants them. Dawnheart Disciple, like, is that... Oh, God, I don't want this. 6 mana. Is that better than a Weaver of Blossoms? Probably. This deck needs to be aggressively playing 2-drops and just hitting with them. Wolfstrike is pretty good. It's just like a generic removal spell. Speaking of. Or actually, what about Taxidermist? It's a pretty good card. But I don't really want... You know, it's a human. Give it to me. Brambleworm? A little big for the deck. I feel like we need to win faster than that. That's what I said when I played the red-green and, like, drafted Brambleworm but didn't play it. And that draft went okay. I had, like, 4 wins, didn't I? Nothing incredible, but not embarrassing. The only other thing I could take in this pack would be... I mean, Radiant Grace is so bad. But we're trying to be aggressive. Witch's Web is probably just better. It's like a combat trick. It'll keep a creature alive. This does a little more damage and then, like, makes the stuff enter tapped, which, who cares? Okay, Laid to Rest is the value card for the humans deck. But is it good? Could just get a 4-mana human. Smash in for some face damage. I think Laid... I mean, oh, can you really take Laid to Rest? Sawblade Slinger is another option. Probably better than this thing. Because we don't want to pay the mana for stuff, and killing zombies is okay. I don't think you can play Laid to Rest. I do love paying 1 to make it indestructible, though. It's a very brave trainer, right? If you have something with training, you need something stronger to attack with. This is a creature that doesn't ever mind attacking to train your other stuff. I think we take a Dormant Grove, right? Putting counters on stuff is incredible. It's slow, but so is Apprentice Sharpshooter. Kind of surprising Dormant Grove is their pick 6. We must have successfully discouraged at least a few players from taking green or white. I don't know. Massive Might's okay. Retrieve? Slow? Non-creature permanent. What non-creature permanents do I have? I know there's like the thing I just took, Dormant Grove. That would be it. My one non-creature permanent. So mostly this is about recurring creatures, but if the Dormant Grove somehow dies, we could get that back. Oh, or lands. Get the Evolving Wilds back. I don't have an Evolving Wilds yet. I don't think picking up a single creature is really worth that kind of mana investment. Just give me Evolving Wilds for a little thinning. I'm not excited to run a lot of this stuff, but for now, the deck is as good a place for it as the sideboard. Oh, imagine if we were playing black. How good that would be. Arm the Cathars actually is not bad for this deck, though. It's bad for a lot of decks. But being able to attack freely with stuff and also trigger a bunch of training is pretty cool. Valorous Stance or Cloaked Cadet? I think it's just Cloaked Cadet. We need more, like, humans and value and stuff. Resistance Squad should be amazing. There goes an Abrade, by the way. Rural Recruit's not bad either. I would happily pick that up on the wheel. This is fine. Fine. Okay, I don't know if I want 3 of them. I think that was the pack that was supposed to have some good stuff wheel in it. Alright, so I don't think this deck has anything good in it. I have a few ways to... Okay, this can go. I have a few ways to put counters on stuff, and that's kind of cool. I don't think we need the Bramble Armor. I don't really know that we need the Taxidermist either. This stuff all seems pretty cool. Maybe throw out a Massive Might and a land. How did I manage to draft an average mana cost of 2.8? Way higher than I wanted it to be. I could toss some of these 4-drops or these 5s. But this is my draw engine to let me actually play all this stuff. I could cut 2 Witch's Webs. What did I end up keeping instead? I think I'd rather have a Massive Might than a Witch's Web. It's a smaller effect, but it's cheaper, and I don't really care about the untapping feature, so it's just like 2/2 and trample instead of 3/3 and reach for twice the mana cost. Still a lot of non-creatures. I could take one of those out. And run, like, Taxidermist. That's probably a good idea, actually. I feel like Nurturing Presence is... I mean, it's certainly not designed for this deck, but it seems like it ought to be okay in it. You get a 1/1 flyer, and assuming you continue pouring creatures out onto the field, the thing you enchanted will be pretty big. So maybe I cut another Witch's Web for the Taxidermist, and like, it's a human, it ramps, how bad can it be? This is not a good deck. I could have had an insane black deck. Black-red, probably. No, most of the packs had good black and good red, so I would be fighting in red, but a good black-white deck, probably. Lost Halo. Okay. This isn't bad. I have a 1-mana card, a 2-mana card, and like... I don't know about those Evolving Wilds. But after playing those two, it like, sky's the limit. I can play Evolving Wilds because there's no plays left. That was green? I meant to play red? Or white? I hate these lands. I'm sure it's my fault, but... This should be out on the field, just like doing stuff right now. Yeah, I will not enchant that, thank you. So like the 1/1 would have gotten an attack in by now. So they'd be at 1 less life. Not super important. Actually, they would have blocked and made a 2/2. I'm not sure how great that would be for us, actually. This whole thing is not going well, huh? I'm actually a little surprised they didn't want it to die. Alright, well, I shouldn't need more than 1 mana this coming turn, then. I don't need Fierce Retribution or anything. Okay. Doesn't say only as a sorcery. Being careful to play around Fierce Retribution, maybe? Yeah. It might be cool to play this. But I'm not really ready to start making any attacks. I don't know. I guess I should. I think we're in bad shape, but I'm not 100% on that. Fine. I'm surprised they didn't just like wait till next turn and try to spend 6 mana shooting it. Save the card. But okay, they want to fight for tempo a little more. That's fine. Actually, why did they kill that and not the 2/3? That's really weird. Also, I did have 6 mana. I guess I could have Fierce Retribution for Cleave to kill their thing on that last turn before I lost my Taxidermist. I mean, I can still do that now, obviously. Untap target creature, so it can target itself. Alright, let's just kill this, I think. They didn't activate it. Whoa. Okay, they must have some combat trick like Sure Strike. No attacks. Because I can deal with Sure Strike if I have some mana. I don't think I'm going to be so greedy as to try to get in the extra damage there. Let's see if they have a trick first. Yeah, it is Sure Strike. Well, I mean, it resolves. Well, there's nothing better to do with this than to cash in the damage, I guess. By the way, what's in the grave? Why didn't they lose the Butler? I thought they would have wanted the Ballista Watcher back. I guess they're doing that now. Okay. Another one, okay. Well, that's a problem. Eight mana. So I can play this and still pump. I don't have another human. Very funny. This looks like a human, but it's a vampire. I have to block a 5/4 this turn with my... you know, they might sure strike me or something, but I can't just let them all in. And I think I have to trade here as well. And just, like, hope nothing ever happens. My 1/1... My single 1-drop outscales their entire board and deck. Doesn't seem likely. And if that even worse, if it is happening, they can just choose not to attack. And this will not be big enough to attack by itself for a long time. If I'd realized this wasn't a human, I might have waited on this, but I don't know. It's kind of useful to have a creature lying around, don't you think? I mean, eventually they're going to draw, like, Bleed Dry or Grizzly Ritual, and then we're going to lose? I guess? Maybe I should have waited till end of turn? Or till next turn to play that? Let it pass tonight so this thing dashes itself against the rocks here? I'm a little worried about doing that. Okay. Well, I can make this a 9/10. I just don't play anything. Sadly, a 9/10 is not very good right now. It's not good enough. So I guess I'll just pump it once? I don't know. What's the point in playing this, right? Well, it means their 5/4s don't get in so well while this 6/6 is busy distracting me. I think it's fine. Oh, and this didn't get a bonus because this isn't a werewolf. It's not a human at night, just a werewolf and a wolf. Or just a werewolf, in fact. If this combat goes through, that's amazing for us. Okay, that was kind of amazing. They can't have Pierce Retribution. They don't have any white mana. What the hell? My 1-mana card won the game. Okay. Well, I felt pretty demolished, like, through much of that game. I was always on the brink of them just drawing, like, one card. And then they threw away their 5/4s to try to make, like... Okay, their 6/6 was dying no matter what. They threw away the 5/4s to try to get some value out of it, but they just traded one of them for, like, 2 shitty creatures and one of them for a Weaver of Blossoms, right? So it didn't really work out. This is a little bit slow. I need some more lands to be able to play these 4-drops, but at least I have, like, a 2-drop and a combat trick, I guess? And I have some really great top end. These two together love each other. Oh, I love drawing a land. One more, and this is kind of unbeatable, question mark? You won't believe what happens next? I mean, it's obviously not. I could have a much stronger starting line. But this is fine. I really want to land, though, to top things off. Next turn, land. That's all I need. After that, deck can do whatever it wants, except I do want another land. That's what happens when you keep a 3-land hand, right? I mean, still, it's going sort of fine. So, no plays this turn is a little sad. Okay. If I don't draw a play next turn, like a land or something relevant, I think I'll actually cast Massive Might pre-combat just so this trains again and I can attack this. I hope I don't have to. Oh, they're attacking. Okay. This is a 4/4, this is a 3/4. They both get to attack? Okay, a little scary, but I do have Fierce Retribution. Attack with all, right? There's no blocks they want to make. If this dies and puts its counters here, that's fine. Are they going to attack with the flyer? That's what I want to know. What's the plan? Fortunately, while I haven't drawn in, like what I wanted, I've drawn just enough stuff to keep stumbling along. If they double block, I get them with Adamant Will. If they single block, they just get crushed. If they don't block, I lethal them. So here's hoping that something good is drawn eventually. This hand is just full of way too big cards. Okay, I don't like that. Okay. That like 3-for-1s, right? That's like game over? I had so many chances to draw like one land. I guess I should cut one of these, but like put in what? I didn't have enough playables to run, was the problem. Cosmic Justice would be drawing a land here. No, okay, it's a creature. Well, I mean, I'm dead, right? So... I don't think it's at all unreasonable to keep a 2-land hand, and I think I made the best of it. They were kind of close to being dead. Right? It does kind of point out that, like, a 16-land deck with a bunch of 4s and 5s is a bit much. Like, this is maybe a little too dreamy. Like, asking for too much value. I could cut this and run, like, a couple... Oops, not a mulch. There it is. Run, like, a couple cheap combat enhancers. The Bramble Armor and what else did I just put in? Radiant Grace are not good cards, but they are cheap cards. I don't know. This last game I drew 2 lands, 3 lands, I guess. And the game before that I had, like, 8. It was a longer time for me to get 8, but I definitely had a lot of lands early on in that game. I don't know. Now I'm cutting creatures to run non-creatures, which feels bad. But it was cutting expensive cards to run cheap cards is the main thing, I feel like. Found my white source. I love this guy. I am going to run out the Disciple first, I think? Am I? It would be nice to have an attack as a 3/3, right? But I don't know. They may very well play something that doesn't... that I don't want to attack into with a 3/3. Whereas with this, I can at least play like 2/2s next turn. Whoa! What the hell is this? Nobody ever runs this card. This is a 4/6? I can make my thing as big as a 5/5, but not any bigger. So I guess the plan is to just play this and not anything else, and plan next turn to put a Bramble Armor on this, and then Massive Might it? I don't really think I should give them a wolf. So I guess I'll attack. Problem is, even if this thing dies, they're gonna have more wolves? Oh my god, they're gonna buff that up as well with this. I just need, like, Fierce Retribution to win the game? I don't know, I guess it doesn't win, but it would be nice, wouldn't it? It's like a 7/9 now? I can't put together that much block, I don't think. And it's gonna kill me in like 2 turns. Where's my dang 4-mana destroy an artifact? What the hell is this? Why attack? I mean, why not? Should have attacked this too, honestly. Well, I mean, it can chump, but not if they ever play a forest. Okay. Yeah, that's also going to be a problem, I guess. Okay, I could have held this back in case they don't put on the Ripsaw. That's why I shouldn't have attacked. Like, obviously I knew their life total didn't matter, but I was like, this creature doesn't matter either. But of course, they don't want to activate the Ripsaw, right? This doesn't care about day or night, okay. They should equip it and sack a forest, and then if they ever draw a forest again, it's GG. They're not doing it. Okay. I mean, we're still extremely dead. What if I try to pressure their life? This thing is a 4/4, 6/6, 9/9 with unblockable? I guess there are going to be some issues then. That's why they didn't sack a forest. This was going to be big enough to kill me anyway, I guess. Missed lethal? You won't believe what happens next? I mean... Oh, it gains trample. It doesn't gain unblockable. There's that blue creature that can sack an island to become unblockable, but that's not this. Okay, well then sacking this for 7 life seems pretty good. Pretty big creature. So, I have to block this or else die. And I may as well keep my creature alive. I guess I'm still dead through the trample? Yeah. Well, I mean, they had some enchantments that did a lot. This basically by itself. Is Howling Moon good? You would think so, right? It is pretty good, but it's not insane. Claims my Taxidermist is a better first pick. I think in this deck, I would rather have Howling Moon than Taxidermist, but... I mean, they only played 3 creatures, and I was getting killed by just one of them. Alright, well, maybe... I told you this was a bad deck. Maybe eventually the deck will do one thing. That's all I can really ask. Fine. The 2, a 3, and a 4 with human synergy. Can't ask for much better because I don't have very many 1-drops. I have just the one who won a game for me all by himself. The one non-human in the deck, the Misfit. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and then like one day he pulled the sleigh. One night, I guess. Black, white. Okay. This deck is going to gain a lot of life. I could try attacking, but I think I value my thing more than they value theirs. They might have not blocked, been afraid of a combat trick, but I think that they should block, and I don't want the trade to happen. A little surprising to see this in black-white. More of a black-red card, but I'm sure they have some way of gaining blood tokens. Alright, that already got its value. I don't mind. I mean, playing this seems incredible. This is also not bad. But yeah, I don't mind paying the 1 next turn, actually, for this attack. No, I might not have a good way to get training next turn unless I play this, which means I don't want to be committed to playing the Paladin. Let's just do this. See if they regret trapping our 3-2. Probably not. They're probably like, okay, it stopped a counter and took out a creature. Already good value. Very happy to see a total piece of junk. What do I do with this? If I use Nurturing Presence and Bramble Armor to keep this alive, it'll be so big it won't train. So I guess Adamant Will is one of the cards. And the other is Bramble Armor here or Nurturing Presence here, I guess. Okay, that was cool. Now this thing wants to train but can't. So I could put Bramble Armor on something, but I think I should keep Adamant Will open. In case they have some removal, like... What's Black-White's removal? Parasitic Grasp, for example? Oh, wow, that's great news. They're just gonna pass? Playing any creature makes this a 5/5, which means it can attack safely. 8 damage, it's 9 damage. This wouldn't be lethal. Okay, I asked for the deck to do something. It has done something. I said that was all I would be satisfied with. And I guess I have to be happy, even if we go 2 and 3, that this game, the deck has done, like, the thing. A giant Perish Blade trainee combined with a Sigardian Paladin. Sigardian. Oh, you're gonna transform it. That's so nice. Good job, buddy. So, target creature you control. Okay, so I mean, yeah, just attack. And I can give out Trample and Lifelink if I have to. That's like 1,000,000,000% lethal. Okay. Still lethal. Okay. Don't think order matters here. I could have saved my Paladin with Adamant Will, but the point is to not commit any more than you have to have lethal on board. Then if they have another trick, or if they have a trick at all, then I can respond with Adamant Will. But do the least you have to make it lethal, and then, like, make it opponent's problem. Which was just giving my little guy trample. Good work, Sigardian Paladin. Good work, Perish Blade trainee. No good work at all, Shieldbreaker. You didn't even get played. That's what a stinker you are. It's really good sometimes. I wish I had more small creatures I could play. I mean, I guess I could play the Spore-backed Wolf. A 2/2 that's a 2/4 on your own turn to attack with. Maybe that's better than one of my 4 or 5 drops, even though it's not a human. Sure. Would like more lands, but... Okay, also remember, this Officiant is not a human. It's actually more important to me to make sure this gets played on 2 than it is to get this down on 1. So I'm just gonna pass turn 1. So I want to make sure I have a human for when the resistance squad comes in. Okay, turns out I could have gotten away with it, but I still would be like, gosh, I really hope I draw a 3rd land, and now I already have a third untapped land, and now I have that 3rd untapped land already in hand. Mardu again. It's a good color combo. You got the vampires and the life gain. Wow! I actually got to use this. That's amazing. Wish I had a 1-drop on the field, huh? Should have played a plane so that I could play this if I wanted to. I forgot that that was even an issue. Anya? Jesus Christ. Okay. I think it's the Dormant Grove, right? They played anything white yet? Are they just splashing for, what is the 2-mana black-white? Or the 3-mana 2/3 black-white? It's a vampire with lifelink. I know the ability to pay 2 to draw a card. We had it like recently. Can't remember what it's called. Those are both going to transform, huh? Would like another land so I can play these two. It's not the end of the world if I miss, but I would like it. Okay. And I need the counter here first. Because then it blocks their 3/3s. Then I can Nurturing Presence plus Wolf Strike to kill Anya. Well, Nurturing Presence plus the Dormant Growth. Oh, really? Okay, I don't know what the trick is, but I don't want to risk my 3/4, so I'll try to trade for one of these and see what happens, I guess. Maybe it's just like, no, I don't know. There's got to be a trick. Okay, they don't want to spend the trick then. So, it could be like Sure Strike, so they're saving up to, I thought it could be Courier Bat, but they would only need to attack with 1 in that case. Weird. Careful. I don't think I want the Dormant Grove to flip right now. A 3/6 Vigilant is cool, but not as good as having a counter dispenser. So we put this counter on first. Is it possible that I have to kill the stupid 2/2? I guess it might be. In this case, in that case, this is kind of stupid, isn't it? Because this thing's going to get big enough eventually anyway? But if it does, this flips. Which I claimed I don't want, but maybe it's fine. I had a plan, but I'm not so sure anymore. I don't have any life gain. I don't have many ways to deal with flyers. I think this is a bigger problem than Anya. Except that they can, like, they get all these blood tokens. Only for vampires. Alright. Let's go here. What's the safer play? Aiming at the 2/2 means that if they remove my thing in response, I haven't lost as much as if I aimed with this and they removed it in response. Black, these colors don't have a great way to kill this fast. So I think I can, it's like, whereas aiming with this is worse if they have a buff, which maybe they could have, I don't know. that anything? Give the flyer +1/+1 in vigilance, I guess. If this were a 5/6, could it attack? Yeah, it could. I have to kill them very fast, so I will attack with this. Because, like, any creature is lethal next turn, pretty much. They just attack with this, sack their 2 creatures to Anya, and then sack a 3rd creature to Anya soon after. Okay. You know, maybe I was wrong. I should have killed Anya. Like, I could have maybe found another flyer somehow. Or, indeed, this vigilance thing. In which case, I don't necessarily need to deal with... It's going to flip because I do have this. Oh, no, it's that creature. Interesting. So Anya is less of a threat now. Sorry, the courier bat would be, like, inconsequential. And but I do have to still deal with Anya. Okay, and then they sack it, I guess? Yeah. Probably should have done that last turn, huh? You wanted this to, I don't know, attack? This, I guess, could have waited till their turn. I don't think it's likely to matter. Yeah. Attack with the witch, sack the witch. Next turn. Oh, no, this turn just kill me. Yeah. Well, I won't say good game in case they've missed it. But they haven't, of course. Yeah, I think I was just too scared of the flyer. I mean, it would have gotten in a chunk of damage, but as I happened to draw, I maybe could have gotten stabilized with... I mean, I don't even know, actually, like, just the counters from Dormant Grove were enough to deal with the Courier Bat, given that I already had the flyer out there. I just was, like, too short-sighted to see that. I was at 7. It was going to get to attack, like, twice before I could safely block it. And the witch would attack once. I don't know. Anya still would have killed me. I think I was still losing, but ugh, what a gross game. Don't play bad decks. Don't play bad decks. Take the good cards that are offered. Instead of, like, stressing out about how someone else might see more good cards in that color. Just take the good cards. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.